Okay. Yeah, now you can start.
Yes, ma'am. Srimate Ramanujaya Namaha, Andal Tiruvadigalai Sharanam. First of all, very happy and auspicious Vaikunta Ekadasi for all the Bhagavatas who has joined today. I hope all of you are celebrated nicely visiting the nearby temples and doing the Ekadasi fasting. And today also we are very blessed and fortunate that we get the opportunity to hear about thiruppAvai. And as a part of our series, we already completed four. And today we are moving to fifth part of our thiruppAvai, the essence of thiruppAvai series. And by Sri Sarathi Totadri Swami, Swami is very kind, giving his time every weekly once at least. And we understood till
Now you can start.
20 Pasuram. So we will start from 21st to 25 today. Yes, Swami, we can start. First, we will discuss the essence of each Pasurams, and after that, if you have any questions, we can ask Swami either in chat or we can directly ask Swami in the meeting. Audience, Swami.
Okay. ஆண்டாள் திருடிகளே சரணம். ஆழ்வார் எம்பெருமானார் ஜீயர் திருடிகளே சரணம். ஜீயர் திருடிகளே சரணம். In this Margadi Masam, we have been going through the essence of Thiruppavai Prabandham. Andal Nachiyar has blessed us the most wonderful and simplest Divya Prabandham, Thiruppavai, which is known to everyone. Pretty much anywhere we go, there will be some awareness about Thiruppavai. And this thiruppavai, even though it is well known to many, it has the deepest, profound principles in it. There are 30 Pasurams in this Prabandham, and each Pasuram is like a gemstone, like a precious stone. Every Pasuram is very, very important. And we understand so many important aspects of our Sri Vaishnava Sampradayam from this Thiruppavai. That is why many acharyas have given commentary for Thiruppavai. Even though Thiruppavai is only 30 Pasurams, many acharyas have immersed in the Anubhavam of Thiruppavai and have given very, very deep and very elegant commentaries for this Prabandham. So we are taking the help of such commentaries, and we are going through the essence of Thiruppavai. In the last session, we went through the essence of 16th Pasuram to 20th Pasuram. After waking up the Gopikas, Andal Nachiyar, along with the Gopikas, went to Nandagopa's Tirumaligai, his palace, with the hope of waking up Krishna. While going there, she first gets the permission of the gatekeepers who care for Bhagavan very much and who protect him from all hurdles, all enemies. So they first seek their permission, and then they seek the permission of Nandagopa, Mother Yashoda, and Balarama. So they wake them up first, and then subsequently they wake up Krishna. But for their surprise, Krishna was not present there. Instead, he was present in Nappinai Pirati's palace, Tirumaligai. So they all went, Andal Nachiyar and all the Gopikas, they all went to Nappinai Pirati's residence, and they all prayed from outside to Nappinai Pirati to first help them facilitate their surrender to Krishna, because Pirati is the one who helps us reach Bhagavan. So they prayed to Napine Pirati in the three Pasurams. And at the end of that, Napine Pirati feels that she also should join under Nachiyar's Goshti. So she also comes over and joins under Nachiyar's Goshti, and they all wake up Krishna together. And that is what we are going to see going forward from 21st Pasuram to 26th Pasuram is what we are planning to view today and enjoy today. In these Pasurams, they now go and request Krishna to first bless them, to give his merciful vision towards them, to make Krishna inquire about their needs, what they want to do to Krishna. So they make that happen and they perform Mangala Shasanam to Krishna, because it is very important for us to perform Mangala Shasanam to Bhagavan, praying for his well-being. So they do that. And then they identify that all they need is Kaikaryam. That is all they need first. And then when Krishna is probing further, don't you need anything more? That time they request Krishna to bless certain items, certain articles, which can be used in their Kaikaryam. So this is the flow of the next set of Pasurams. So we'll start with 21st Pasuram and slowly move forward in this series of Pasurams. Yeah, so first 21st Pasuram. Now that they have gotten the help of Napine Pirati, now they go to Krishna and they all praise him and glorify him. ஏற்ற கலங்கள் எதிர்பொங்கி மீதளிப்ப மாத்தாதே பால் சொரியும் வள்ளல் பெரும்பசுக்கள் ஆத்தப்படைத்தான் மகனே அறிவுராய் ஊத்தமுடையாய் பெரியாய் உலகினில் தோத்தமாய் நின்ன சுடரே துயிலழாய் மாத்தா உனக்கு வழி தொலைந்துன் வாசல் கண் ஆத்தாது வந்தும் நடிபணியுமா போலே ஓத்தியாம் வந்தோம் புகழ்ந்தேலோர் எம்பாவாய். This is the Pasuram. In this Pasuram, Krishna's birth, incarnation as the son of Nandagopal, that is first glorified. ஏத்த கலங்கள் எதிர்பொங்கி மீதளிப்ப மாத்தாதே பால் சொரியும் வள்ளல் பெரும் பசுக்கள் ஆத்தப்படைத்தான் மகனே. So up to ஆத்தப்படைத்தான், it is talking about Nandagopal. Nandagopal has many cows, and these cows are very magnanimous cows, very generous cows. They fill milk as soon as somebody touches their teats. They don't even need to milk the cow. As soon as they bring the containers under their teats, they start pouring the milk down. There is no end to the containers which we can bring, because the cows will give more and more milk. So Nandagopal has so many such cows. That is the meaning here, that shows how wealthy Nandagopal is. And all of this wealth is valuable because they are put in service of Krishna. If they are just wealth, then that is of no use. But because all of that wealth is given for Krishna, it has value. And now Krishna is the son of such Nandagopal. Being such Nandagopal's son, here under Nachiyar and others, they are all asking him to wake up. Arivurai means wake up. Here, internal meaning for the Vallal Perum Pasukal is our Acharyas. They magnanimously and generously give out the deep philosophical principles to those who seek that. They don't even need anything in return. They don't expect anything in return. All is required from the Shishyas, disciples and followers is that they should have the desire. When they have the desire, these acharyas, they pour so much knowledge about Bhagavan, about Vedam, Shastram, and so on. So Nandagopa is praised here to have such cows. So here we can see that our Sampradayam has so many acharyas who are so magnanimous, just like Bhagavad Ramanuja, just like Nampillai, just like Pillai Lokacharya, just like Manavara Mamunigal. There are so many, countless acharyas who are all giving out the knowledge about Bhagavan. And then Uttamudayai Periyai. That Uttamudayai is having firmness. This firmness is coming from being glorified in Shastram, in Vedam, as the Supreme. That is the firmness of Bhagavan. If you look at many devatas, they are all glorified here and there in Itihasas, Puranas, and so on. But Vedam is fully glorifying Bhagavan only. Even some places of Vedam, we see that some devatas are glorified. But even there, the real intent is Antaryami Bhagavan, who is present in all those devatas. That Bhagavan is the one who is fully glorified. So that is why he is said to be having firmness, that nobody can shake him. Bhagavan's supremacy cannot be shaken at all. It is well established, very firm. And he is very great. He is supreme. Still, he comes and descends in this world. உலகினில் தோற்றமான் என்று சுடரே துயிலடாய். Such great Bhagavan has incarnated in a shining manner. Whenever Bhagavan incarnates, his shine goes up. Whenever we take birth, our shine reduces because our birth is based on karma. We have to endure the results of karma. So we are losing shine every day. But Bhagavan's birth incarnation is based on his ichcha. So his shine increases every time. மாத்தார் உனக்கு வழி தொலைந்துன் வாசல்கண் ஆத்தாது வந்து உன் அடிப்பணியமா போலே. All the enemies of Bhagavan, they all lose out eventually. Whatever fight they may put up, they get defeated in the end. And finally, they fall at the feet of Bhagavan. Similarly, here Andanachar is saying, we who are all in this samsaram, we've had our swatantriyam, independence, free will. We used it to go away from Bhagavan. But now we have realized that we don't have any swatantriyam. We are totally surrendered unto you. So we have come here performing Mangalashasanam to you, potri. That means Mangalashasanam. So we come humbly and we surrender unto you and we praise you. That is the 21st Pasuram, where the greatness of Bhagavan is well shown by Andanachiyar. Next we have 22nd Pasuram, Anganma ஞாலத்தரசர் அபிமான பங்கமாய் வந்து நின் பள்ளிக்கட்டில் கீழே சங்கமிருப்பார் போல் வந்துதலை பெய்தோம் கிங்கிணிவாய் செய்த தாமரை பூ போலே. செங்கன் சிறு சிறிதே எம்மேல் விடியாவோ திங்களும் ஆதித்யனும் எழுந்தார் போல் அங்கனிரண்டும் கொண்டு எங்கள் மேல் நோக்குதியர் எங்கள் மேல் சாபம் இழிந்தேலோர் எம்பாவாய். In this Pasuram, Andanachiyar prays to Bhagavan that you show your merciful blessing divine glance towards us. Again, in this pasuram also, Anganma Nyala Tarsar Abhimana Bangama Vandin Pallikatil Kide Sangamirupar Pol. Just like previous pasuram, here also Andal Nachar is saying the great kings of this earth giving up their pride, they all come and bow down at the feet of the cot on which Bhagavan is resting. They are all gathered and they bow down to Bhagavan Krishna. Similarly, Andal Nachar is saying, we are also here at your lotus feet. Now you should open your eyes like a semi-blossomed flower, which has half-opened front portion. So you should open your eyes like that. Kinkini. Kinkini is like small tinkling toy, which has a little bit of an opening. So Andal Nachar is praying, you don't open your eyes fully because we cannot behold full blessing of yours. So slowly you open your eyes. We'll receive your blessing step by step. Because we've been in samsaram for so long, we are so dry. If your blessing falls at us fully, then we'll not be able to bear it. So you give it slowly, step by step, and we'll accept it. Your eyes are like Surya and Chandra. One eye is very fierce towards enemies. Another eye is very pleasing towards devotees. So with that combination, you bless us with your divine glance. Because with your fiery eyes, our enemies will be gone. With your pleasing eye, we'll get the coolness which is required to fight the tapam, the fire of sufferings in this world. So with this, you bless us and get rid of our curses. Shapa means curse. All our sins should go away. These sins, these sorrows, they are not very easy to be driven out. Because if you have to exhaust the sins by experiencing the results, it will take forever. If you have to do atonement, then that is also not possible. There are certain sins which are not atonable. The only way to get rid of those sins is by your divine glance falling upon us. That is the only way to purify us and get rid of our sins. So, Andal Nachar is praying for that in this pasuram. So here, Andal Nachar is coming to Krishna, just like Vibhishan Alvan went to Sri Rama and took shelter of Sri Rama. He identifies his own shortcomings, that he is the younger brother of the evil Ravana. He has no good qualities and so on. But still, he is of the only hope that Sri Rama will accept him and he will bless him. So similarly, here Andal Nachar is also going to Krishna and praying for his blessings. That is 22nd Pasuram. And then the 23rd Pasuram. மாரிமலை முழஞ்சில் மண்ணி கலந்திறங்கும் சீரிய சிங்கம் அறிவுத்து தீ விழித்து பேரிமயிர் பொங்க எப்பாடும் பெருந்துதடி மூரினமிழ்ந்து முழங்கி புறப்பட்டு போதருமா போலே நீ பூவை பூவண்ணா உன் கோயில் நின்று இங்கனே போந்தருளி கோப்புடைய சீரிய சிங்காசனத்திலிருந்து யாமந்த காரியம் ஆராய்ந்து அருளேலோர் எம்பாவாய். After having Andal Nachar wait for such a long time, she has sung 22 pasarams now. That's a long time for Bhagavan to make a devotee wait, because he is so eager to help his devotees. So Bhagavan feels, oh, we have made her wait for such a long time. Then let me ask now, what does she need. So he is asking, what do you need? At the time, Andalnachiyar says, don't speak from the bed. Because we know the promises made from bed, sometimes they may not stand. So you come to your assembly, you come to the regal assembly, royal assembly, you sit in the throne, on the throne, and then you ask me, what do I need? Then I will give my request. Then you can fulfill those requests. Because if you speak from the bed, you may just ignore it in the future. It is said in Shastram also, whatever spoken at the time of emergency, whatever spoken being on the bed, these words cannot be trusted because they are set for the particular occasion to get some things done. But only when promises are made from proper position, they can be trusted. So Andalnachar is requesting Bhagavan to arise from the bed, take a few steps, be seated on the royal throne, and listen to her request. That is what is requested in this Pasuram. மாரிமலை முழஞ்சில் மண்ணி கிடந்திறங்கும் சீரிய சிங்கம் அறிவுற்று தீவிழித்து வேரிமயிர் பொங்க எப்பாடும் பெருந்தறி. Here, Krishna is equated to a lion, who is a lion which is resting in a cave. Just like when it has to come out, it will shake off its hair, and the lion will come out with a very majestic walk, and it will look around and do its things. Similarly, here, Andalnachar is asking Krishna to come out of his bed, and she is saying, Puvai Puvanna. Puvai Pu is a very dark colored flower. So she is saying that you have such a beautiful complexion. You have to come out of your koil. Koil means his residence. And he should come out mercifully. He should sit on the divine throne, which is very firm, which has many feet. And he should accept Andalnachar's prayers, and then he should analyze what Andalnachar is requesting. So that is what is being requested in this Pasuram. So here, Bhagavan's presence on the divine throne is highlighted. Just like Bhagavan is seated on the Paryankasanam in Sri Vaikuntham, which has Dharma, Jnana, etc. as its legs, which symbolizes that Bhagavan is the supreme and he will be taking just decisions, honest and truthful decisions. So that is what is being prayed in this Pasuram, 23rd Pasuram. And then 24th Pasuram, very important Pasuram, Andalnachar being the divine daughter of Periyalvar, she also engages in Mangala Shasanam. Periyalvar was fully engaging in Mangala Shasanam. Mangala Shasanam is praying for the well-being. Usually it is done for younger persons. Elders will usually say, bless you. But nothing wrong for younger persons to wish for well-being of elder person as well when it is done out of love. So that is what is being done in this Pasuram. Anni Bulahamanandai Adipoti, Senangu Tenalangai Chetai Terapoti, Punna Chagada Mudaitai Pul Poti, Kanna Kunila Erindai Kadal Poti, Punnu Kudaya Editai Gunam Poti, when the Pagadikum Ninkail Vel Poti, and then Sevagame, Eti Paragolvan, Inniyam Mando, Irangelo and Bavai. Here Andalnachar is performing Mangala Shasanam based on many leelas performed by Bhagavan, because all of these leelas involve some amount of danger. Anni Ulahamananda Adipoti. Bhagavan lifted his divine foot and measured the whole world, which is full of mountains, terrains, thorny regions. He placed his very tender, soft, divine foot on all of those. So Andalnachar is feeling that he should be safe. And then he went to Lanka to defeat Ravana. In every step, every line, the danger is increasing. In the first line, at least, he placed his foot on everyone without discrimination. From wherever he was, he lifted his foot and did it. Though there is danger, but it's not that much. In the next line, she talks about going to Lanka, Sri Rama going to Lanka. Now here, Bhagavan is going to the place of enemy directly and fighting the enemy from within his safe place, which is more dangerous. And then Ponna Chakadamudaittai Pugalpoti. She is doing Mangala for Bhagavan Krishna, who did Chakatasura Vadam. Here, the danger is even more that Krishna is a very small child and the Chakatasura was someone there for his protection. The wheel, cart wheel was for his protection. But that itself become dangerous here. So the danger is more. And then Kannu Kudila Irindai Kadal Poti. Here, the calf and a fruit, apple fruit, they were actually demons. Demons Asuras took the form of a fruit and calf. So here also the danger is even more. Every step the danger is increasing because here calf is something which Krishna likes very much. Now that itself has changed to be a dangerous one. And then Kunnu Kudaya Editai Gunam Poti. Here in the next one, Indra became the enemy. Indra is a Devata established by Bhagavan. Now he himself turns against Bhagavan. So in this manner, each step is showing the increase of danger. Finally, Vennu Pakai Kadukkum Ninkayil Vel Poti. So here Andalnachar is saying that all of these enemies are driven out by the spear held by Krishna. Now Krishna usually has flute. Why would he have spear? That is because he is a cowherd boy. Usually cowherds will have a spear because when they go to tend their cows in the forest, they need some weapon to protect themselves. So that is why Krishna is having spear, because usually Skanda will have a spear. But here Krishna is said to be having spear because he is a cowherd boy. He will carry that with him. Now, Andalnachar is saying all of these hurdles are driven out by that spear. That is because it is like Andalnachar is driving out the evil eyes. If Krishna is said to be performing all these deeds, if Bhagavan is performing all these deeds, then everyone will put their evil eyes on him. Oh, he is doing all of this, he is doing all of this. So to avoid that, Andalnachar is placing all the glory on the spear so that the evil eye will fall on the spear, not on Krishna. That is again Mangala Shastra, praying for the well-being. In this manner, Andalnachar is praying and she is saying finally that Endinul Sevakame Yeti Parehulvan. We are those who always praise your greatness, your valor. And we have come here to serve you. Indriyamandom Irangu. So we want to serve you. You show your mercy towards us. That is our prayer, says Andalnachar in this pasuram. This is 24th pasuram. And then 25th pasuram, Uruti Mahanai Pirandu, Oriruvil Uruti Mahanai Ulitu Valara, Tarikilanagi, Tan Tingan and the Karate Padipit, Kanjan Vaitil Neripan and Nadumale, Une Arditu Paratari Agil, Tirtaka Salomum, Sevamum Yampadi, Vartamum Tirth, Magindu, Yellow Embavai. So in this pasuram, Andalnachar is saying that we have become completely free from our sorrows. Because we have come close to you, you have accepted us. All you have to do is bless us with Kainkaryam, service. Aritittu vandom parai tarudi agil. We have come here praying to you. All you need to do is give us parai. Parai means Kainkariam here. And in this pasuram, greatness of Devaki Pirati, greatness of Yashoda Pirati, both are highlighted in the first two lines. Both are unique, both are divine, both are great because they both got to give birth to Krishna and raise Krishna. தரிக்கிலானாகி தான் தீங்கு நினைந்த கருத்தை பிழைப்பித்து Krishna remained as the fire in the stomach of Kamsa. Every day Kamsa was in fear. He is going to be killed by Krishna. He is going to be killed by Krishna. So he remained like the fire in the stomach of Kamsa. Such Krishna, who have great love towards all the Gopikas, Andal Nachar is praying to him, you give us Kainkariam. So this is the essence of this pasuram, where when Bhagavan asks if they need anything, she categorically says, I only want Kainkariam. That is 25th pasuram. Finally, 26th pasuram for today. In this pasuram, Krishna asks, are you sure you don't need anything other than Kainkariam? For that, Andal Nachar says, oh yeah, we need certain things to engage in Kainkariam. Because the Kainkariam should be fulfilling and holistic. It's not just one particular thing we do. We want to do everything for you. So we need many items to do Kainkariam, many articles. So she is identifying those things in this pasuram. Male Manivanna, Margari Niraduvan, மேலையார் செய்வனகள் வேண்டுவன கேட்டியல் ஞானத்தை எல்லாம் நடுங்க முரல்வன பால் அன்னவண்ண தூண்பாஞ்ச சன்னியமே போல்வன சங்கங்கள் பொய்ப்பாடுடையனவே சாத பெரும்பறையே பல்லாண்டு செய்ப்பாரே கோல விளக்கே கொடியே விதானமே ஆலிநிலையாய் அருளையலோர் எம்பாவாய். Here, Andal Nachar is calling Krishna as Mal. Male, that means one who has great love, great affection, one who is crazy about his devotees. That is the simple identity of Bhagavan. Bhagavan, if we can explain Bhagavan in few words, then we can say one who is crazy for his devotees. He will do anything for them. Andal Nachar, until this pasuram, she was thinking that she is greatly in love with Krishna. But then, after seeing Krishna in close proximity, his facial expressions, his emotions, she understands that Krishna has more love towards her than her love towards Krishna. That is reflected by the word Male. And then she says Manivanna, one who has beautiful complexion of bluish gem. And she is also saying Alinilayai, one who is resting on the tender banyan leaf, peepal leaf, during the whole deluge, pralaya. Here she is saying, if you insist that we should accept something, then give us whatever items were kept by our elders. That is, we need conches, which are similar to Panchajanya, your conch, which can blow resoundingly. Because as part of our Kainkariam, we will blow the conch and announce the auspiciousness to the entire world that we are all doing Kainkariam to Krishna. And it will also make the world tremble, where the enemies become fearful of you hearing this conch. And then we need percussion instruments, that is what parai is, which can be used to make beautiful noise, beautiful sound. We want those instruments to be very spacious and big. And then we need those who can sing thiruppAvai, Mangala Shasanam for you. We need lamps to light up the place and see your face very nicely. We need flags to mark the presence of you. And we need canopies which can be spread on the top to protect you from heat and rain and so on. So Andan Nachiyar is identifying all we need is items for Kainkariam. This is the essence again of our Sri Vaishnava lifestyle. We should only seek what is required for Kainkariam. Nothing for our personal benefit, nothing for our personal glory, personal enjoyment. Rather, we should only seek what is required for Kainkariam. So that is prayed by Andal Nachar in this Pasuram. So we have seen the last set of Pasurams before the conclusion. So next session we will conclude, but we have seen the 21st to 26th Pasuram. If there are any questions in this particular set of Pasurams, you can ask them now.
Srimati Ramanujaya. Thank you, Swami, for this wonderful explanation. Again, as one question. So,
Okay.
Swami, regarding this Mangala session, like Andals and Periyalvars, which they were discussing, praying for not having the evil bad eye. Same case with Tirupallandu also. Also, we will see the similar pasurams also, same emotion also in Periyalvars, Tirumoli also.
Right.
So here the question for me is that like Andal is saying that he is the Lord who measured the three worlds, and he's the one who killed Shatakasura demon, and also has spear, and all this is a greatness and valor also,
Yeah.
and simultaneously worried about bad eye. So
Right.
so there is a contradiction. Like one time telling his greatness and his how powerful he is and all, and simultaneously worrying about some small harm will come to him. So similarly, Periyal are also seen in the same pasuram. It's like not different moods. Not sometimes
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
thinking that he's like out forgetting his greatness in the attachment to his sweetness, are completely out of touch that his paratvam completely was put into backside, and only his and Saulabhyam is taken like that. Also, we cannot say because it's simultaneously happening in the same pasuram. Even
Right.
Periyalvar says that some pasurams like you're the one who hit the seven salt trees. Please come and take bath, or something like that. So there's two
Right.
things were covered. So how to understand these two things happening simultaneously in the mind of a Vaishnava swan?
Yeah. See, whenever they see the beauty of Bhagavan, they become fearful because such beautiful person, how will such beautiful person remain safe in this world? Because whenever there is something beautiful, something great, there is always someone trying to uh, take that or harm that. So when Bhagavan is so beautiful, as long as that beauty attracts alvars, when they get immersed into that beauty, they become fearful of his um, safety. But after a while, they will focus on some other aspects, such as his supremacy. At that time, they will focus on his um, greatness and how he can easily defeat others and all of that. So, depending on what mood they are in, what experience they are going through, again, Bhagavan is showing different aspects to them constantly to make them sing these pasurams. So, when Bhagavan shows his beauty, they become bewildered and they suddenly become fearful about what is going to happen to him. When Bhagavan shows his valor, supremacy, then suddenly they realize that he can manage everything. But back of the mind in Periyalvar's case, he is always worried about Bhagavan. That is his position. He is always thinking in the Prema Bhavam. So when there is Jnana Bhavam, Bhagavan's supremacy and Bhagavan's ability to defeat everyone, those are thought about. But when the Bhavam shifts to Premam, total affection, just like Mother Yashoda had towards Krishna, at that time the mood swings again. So depending on which mood alvars are, their pasurams will also reflect the same thing. But generally, when we talk about Bhagavan, we have to talk about his greatness. Without talking about his greatness, they cannot sing. So even Periyalvar, he understands the greatness. It is not that he doesn't understand it, but in fact, he is the one who established Vishnu Paratvam in the Madurai king's court. So he very well understands. But the mood overtakes his understanding and he becomes overwhelmed by emotions and he starts praying for the well-being of Bhagavan. That is what happens in these cases. So it is Bhagavan who is making all of this happen.
Yes, Swami, understood. Again, then yes. There's one question in the chat, Swami.
Yeah.
Swami, the Perumal as Paramatma, we are Jivatma, is Lakshmi Pirati is also Paramatma, Swami.
No, Paramatma is, by definition, there can be only one Paramatma. Hence, everyone else is Jivatma only. Even Pirati is Jivatma only. But by Bhagavan's Nitya Sankalpam, Pirati is his eternal consort. Nitya Sankalpam means eternal vow. He has always vowed that Pirati will be his divine consort, main consort also. So Sri Mahalakshmi is the main consort. So she stands in between Bhagavan and Jivatmas. Though she is also a Jivatma by definition, but she also has the position of divine consort Patta Mahishi, that is the prime queen of Bhagavan. Hence, everyone else has to follow her because she has the power. So everyone else is subservient to her as well. At the same time, being Dharmapatni of Bhagavan, she is subservient to Bhagavan. So she has both roles. Even though she is Jivatma, she has designated roles. On one side, she is the Lord of all the world as well, being the divine consort of Supreme Lord Bhagavan. On the other side, she is subservient to Bhagavan. So Asyeshana Jagataha Vishnu Patni. So she is the Lord of all the universe. At the same time, she is Vishnu Patni. And actually, that being the object of service, Kaikariam of all the worlds, is acquired by the fact that she is Vishnu Patni. So everyone prays to her as the Divine Mother. And being the divine consort of Bhagavan, she remains completely subservient to Bhagavan. And Bhagavan also, having great love towards her, he always understands the divine heart of Virati and fulfills her desires. And all her desire is to accept the Jivatmas and bless them and give them upliftment. That is what she prays to Bhagavan. She always prays for all the Atmas. So that is her position. That is the position of Sri Mahalakshmi. And
Yes.
one more point, sorry. When we approach Bhagavan to surrender to Bhagavan, she remains as the Purushakara Bhuta. That is, one who recommends us and makes us unite with Bhagavan. So that is her task. While we approach her and while we surrender to Bhagavan. Once we surrender to Bhagavan, once Bhagavan accepts us, now we are going to serve him. At that time, she also sits with Bhagavan and accept our service and nurture our service. So while Bhagavan is Upayam, she is Purushakaram. She is doing Purushakaram. While Bhagavan is Upayam, while we serve Bhagavan, she is also accepting our service. Just like a child will serve father and mother together, we always have to serve Bhagavan and Mahalakshmi Taya together. That is her position.
Yes, Swami, again. Swami, there is one more question. Yeah, Adian wanted to first greatly thank Devarir for all these sessions and all great content Devarir openly shares with full anugraham. If there is a permission, Adian will ask questions that are not directly related. Adian want to ask, will there be a Srirangam Vaibhavam series in English? Also, can Devarir please explain the transcendental significance of appearance of face of Utsvamurti of Sri Ranganatha. His eyes do not seem to visible, and his face mouth appears different as well. I think asking there is a little troughs in the cheeks. I mean the mouth of Perumal, holes on both sides. So.
Okay. See, first of all, it's our bhagyam that we can present Purvacharya's information to those who are desirous. That is the whole purpose of our Sri Vaishnava Sampradayam. Bhagavad Ramanuja desired that those who are desiring to reach Bhagavan, they should be facilitated, they should be taken to Bhagavan, and ultimately they should be given the highest benefit with the grace of Bhagavan. And that is what we are also trying to do, bringing everyone to get to understand our Sampradayam and become humble, become real servitors of Bhagavan and Bhagavatas. That is the goal. Coming to the second part, Srirangam Vaibhavam series will be in English also. Yes, we'll be publishing subsequent in the subsequent coming days. Eventually, we'll be publishing the English videos as well. We are recording the series in both Tamil and English as of now. Coming to the last part about the appearance of Utsava Vigrahams in Divideshams, especially in Srirangam. See, these Vigrahams have withstood lot of time, ages, many ages. So there will be little bit of decay based on the metal over time. There will be some changes in the Vigraham. So what we see there could be an effect of time, basically. This can be seen in many Divideshams. In some of the Divideshams, in, for example, south part of Bharatadesham, the divine face of Bhagavan will almost be very invisible. Like the features will not be very clearly visible. That is because these Tirumeni's, these divine Vigrahams have stood the length of time. So generally, we should not analyze it too much. We should just enjoy the divine form as best as possible and not analyze it too much. It will be the responsibility of those who take care of the divine form to seek for remedy whenever it is applicable at the right time. In general, we just worship the divine form and enjoy the divine form. The Archa form is for us to become attracted to him, to facilitate that attraction, to facilitate the mood of service towards Bhagavan. Because whatever is present in Rahasya Trayam, Tirumantram, Dvaya Mahamantram, Charama Shlokam, we see that practically in Divideshams in Archa form. The meaning of Tirumantram and Dvayam can be observed in the divine form of Bhagavan. So we should develop that attitude of service towards Bhagavan by engaging in the beauty of Archa form. So that is the answer for the question from my side.
There is one more question about there are so many Tayar names in different Dividations. How to remember for me?
See, every Dividesham has Sri Devi, Bhumi Devi usually, and then there will be Sthala Nachiyar belonging to the particular Dividesham, and then Andal Nachiyar will be there. Depending on the form of Bhagavan, if it is Sri Rama, then Sita Pirati will be there. If it is Varaha Bhagavan, then Bhumi Devi will be there. So these are all some things which we get to know and familiarize over time by regularly going to Divideshams, reading about Divideshams, reading the Vyakyanams, commentaries, studying the commentaries, listening to lectures. This is how we get familiar. If we see, for example, we have so many words in English, so many words in so many fruits, so many flowers, so many vegetables. We remember all of them or most of them. How? By practice only. We constantly uh, go to market, we see flowers, we see fruits, we see vegetables. We remember the names over time. At first, when we went to market, we would not have known so many. Slowly, we get to know those just by practice, usage, and so on. So, this is how we get familiar. Similarly, as in when we engage into Sampradaya principles, Divideshams, Archavataram, commentaries, pAsurams, and so on, we get familiar more and more with this. So that is how we have to become familiar with these names and um, constantly remember them. By remembering them constantly and engaging with them, we will become more used to them. It will be easily uh, coming to us. Whenever we see a divine form, for example, when we go to Srirangam, we know it's Sri Ranganatha. When we go to Tirupati, we know it's Srinivasa. When we go to Tiruvallikani, we know it's Parthasarathi. So it comes over time. Similarly, Nachiyar, similarly, Andal, similarly, Sita Pirati, Alvars, Acharyas, we become familiar by practice basically. More we engage in it, more we become familiar with it.
Maybe one more question. Maybe we can end with these questions for me. Yeah, audience for me. Which
Yeah,
is the appropriate time to read Ramayana? Is it morning or evening? As it said, Lord Anjaya comes when we read it. Shemikum for me if it is not relevant to today's talk.
that is fine. I mean, Sri Ramayanam, Mahabharatam, Itihasas, Puranas, Alvars Pasurams, Purvacharya Stotrams, Rahasya Granthams. There are so many for us to read. There isn't a lot of restrictions in reading and studying these Granthams. It is, there are certain traditions, but as far as I know, I don't recollect any specific restriction for Sri Ramayanam in whether it has to be read in the morning or evening. Hanuman, Anjaneya being present wherever Sri Ramayana is read, it is a belief. He may not manifest, but he will be present because Sri Ramayana is very dear to Hanuman. And it is not that he will only listen to that in the morning or evening. So it can be read at any time as far as I can recollect. How to identify Alva's deities? This has already been answered in our YouTube channel also. You can find the answer there. Again, same answer. By constant engagement, constantly visiting the Alvars, will become familiar with their identity. There are specific unique identities for certain Alvars, like Nammalvar will usually be only in seated posture with Jnana Mudra, Upadesha Mudra. And Kaliyan Tirumangalvar will always have a spear or a sword in his hand. Tondadipudi Alvar will be having a basket to collect flowers. Tirupan Alvar will usually have Talam or Veena in his hand. So there are certain identifications for certain Alvars. By constant engagement, we will become familiar with Alvars. There are certain Alvars, unless we have observed the Alvar for so many times in a particular Dividesham, we will not be able to identify. For example, Poigi Alvar, Budat Alvar, Pei Alvar, usually they look very, very similar. Unless some person is performing Kainkariam for many, many years, it will be difficult for anyone to just see and identify that this is pAsulams, this is pAsulams, because they all look very similar. So this comes with practice only.
Yes, ma'am. Again, that's
Okay. We'll conclude the session. We'll try to do the next session whenever possible. Again, will inform. It may not be possible in the Dhanurmasam. It may extend outside Dhanurmasam also. We'll see. Yes, Kainkaryam. Today it was free for me, relatively speaking. I had a lot of time in the morning because Vaikuntha Ekadashi. There is not much activity in the temple other than darshan. But from tonight, everything starts. There will be a lot of frenzy and activities. So I may not find time to have this session in the Dhanurmasam. Probably towards the end of Adhyayana Utsavam, we may have some free time. At that time, we will arrange this session, the final session.
sure, Swami. Again.
Okay. ஆழ்வார் திருவடிகளே சரணம், எம்பெருமானார் திருவடிகளே சரணம், ஜீயர் திருவடிகளே சரணம், ஜீயர் திருவடிகளே சரணம், ஆண்டாள் நாச்சியார் திருவடிகளே சரணம்.